Okay. Oh, I don't have my sunnies on. I can't see.
That's all right.
I can't see.
Facing the sun?
I can't see. Hold on.
Dude, you can't just leave the door wide open.
Yes, I can. All right, guys.
What are we doing now?
We're talking about what just went on. We didn't do an intro. I should have done an intro with you sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
Cody got ready this morning and
Guys,
slept until the reporter literally drove up in our driveway.
I got some the flu or
He's
something.
got the man flu.
No, it ain't the man flu. You stop that mess right now.
This is a man flu.
You ain't never been this sick your whole
Oh
life,
my
Erica.
gosh.
But
that sun is.
yeah, so I was just laying there dying, waiting for this guy to get here, but no. Right over there with the towel behind us.
Okay.
Too much sun back there.
Behind you or something.
Well, we could go through this gate right here.
Okay, sure. Yeah, this should be good. This is funny. Are y'all making a video of this?
Yeah. Video everything. You got to do behind the scenes.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started with this to start off.
So I always knew I always wanted to be a large animal vet, and then when that didn't work out, I'd already started working towards that goal by working on different ranches and things like that, and I wanted to have my own. And so when we were able to put aside enough money to put a down payment on this place, we bought a ranch, and it's not the biggest in the world, but it's a pretty good start for first generation ranchers to start from scratch with. We didn't inherit anything. We didn't, nothing was given to us. We just started from scratch. So that's how we were able to get going.
And what do you raise here?
So we keep a handful of Dorper sheep on hand all the time, a decent sized flock, but we also buy and sell replacement females cattle that we can trade in and out. We'll put together whether it's a set of bred cows to sell or a set of open heifers, or we might buy some bred heifers and calve out and sell them. So we're constantly rolling in and out different sets of cattle too.
That's awesome. And remind us again what year it kind of opened, I guess?
So Eric and I got together in 2006, and that's the same year that we bought this place, was in 2006. So we've been here, I guess that's pushing 16 years, 17 years almost.
And are you originally from the area? Or?
So yes, I grew up here. Erica grew up in the flat just down the road from us. So we're both local Gatesvillians, I guess. Gatesvillians ain't a word. Gatesvillites.
Whatever it's called.
Right.
All right. And what about TikTok? How did that kind of get started?
So that was really just happened by chance. It was we were going to check cows one morning, and I didn't even have TikTok on my phone at that time. I mean, I'm kind of one of those, don't have any social media accounts. I'm kind of like a stalker, I guess is what Erica and them call it. I'd get on her account and look at stuff. But we were going to check cows one morning, and I quoted that Denzel Washington line. If you miss a gate, you're going to run a mile. If you let a cow bluff you, you're going to run a mile. Off of We Are the Titans, and we posted it, and it got quite a few views. Then we thought it got quite a few. It got like 15,000 overnight. So the next day we did another quote, another video, and I was like, well, now that I'm the king of TikTok, with 18,000 views overnight, did a little something there, and it got a few views, and we just kept making one or two a day, and it really just has blown up from there, just gone from there, kind of.
Yeah, do you remember what year this was in?
So we've only been involved with TikTok and really advocating for ag on social media other than Facebook since August of 2021. So a little over a year.
What was it you think that kind of made your stuff take off so much?
A couple of things. I mean, I'm kind of a smart aleck and a little bit of I don't come off grumpy, and I think a lot of people see like their dad or their grandpa in that side of me. But also we I think we have a good ability to explain stuff on the ranch and stuff that goes on that other people don't see, and a lot of people won't take the time to show others about. So, like with this pen of steers here behind us, we did a deal on the breakdown of how much it costs to raise your own beef, what it would cost you to buy a steer like this from a rancher, and how it is more, but it actually comes out less per pound. I don't know. We take time to educate. We call it advocating with the AG, advocating, and people seem to enjoy it. So it's just kind of taken off from there.
Yeah, and was there? You mentioned that you didn't even have TikTok on your phone for a while. So was there a bit of a learning curve that you had to go through to kind of learn the ropes of all this?
We've just kind of been winging it. Erica's the technical person about it. She does all the posting. I mean, I call myself the talent. Really, I make up the videos. I say stuff all the time. She'll like, hey, let's get that, or or she'll just be videoing all the time because when we're doing stuff to see what's going on. So it's hard because you got to learn. Okay, well, there's certain platforms, like if we had to pull a lamb today, we can't show that on TikTok because it's sensitive material, but we can put it on Instagram or we can put it on YouTube and stuff like that. So different platforms have different, you got to film different ways. So there's been a little bit of a learning curve, but Erica's done a great job on that. So.
Are you the mastermind behind the different ideas for what they are about, or is that more Erica?
We don't really plan out anything for the most part. I mean, if we know we're going to work cows today, then we'll be sure we've got all of our video equipment with us when we go. But most of our stuff is just day to day. It just happens, and we catch it on film and roll on down the road. It's we don't do trends. We don't do any of that kind of stuff. We just wing it.
That's great to hear. Now I'm going to ask you a couple questions about, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about the Arctic blast that we saw last week too.
Okay.
So tell us about how that kind of affected your farm, I guess, or what do you have to do?
So anytime there's a cold blast coming in like we had last week or beginning of this week, we want to be sure we've got everything fed up good before it hits. We don't want to just kind of wait until the day of or 2 days into it. So what I mean by that is we want to put out round bales. For us, it means putting out round bales, making sure everything's been cubed good, so they've got plenty of energy in them to fight off that cold weather. Making sure our water troughs are the ones that are exposed or cut off so they don't freeze and bust. The other troughs that we use, these automatic waterers, they do a great job of not freezing up. It takes 3 or 4 days for them to freeze. Here in Central Texas anyways, and if we're watering out of them every day, making sure that they're going, they'll go longer than that. So just making sure everything's fed really good, make sure they've got plenty of water. When it gets cold like that, we can't just, you don't want to just bust your water trough. You want to get that ice out of there and let some warm water from the ground kind of come up in there and kind of cool that or warm that water up so that it's easier for them to drink. And we try to find a spot to feed hay that's out of the wind. That way they have some bedding material when they get through eating to lay down on. So that's how we prepare for it. And I usually make sure Erica's got a really good coat so when she's opening and closing gates, she stays warm.
And what made you kind of want to, because I saw that you also shared about what was going on and all that, preparation and dam. What made you kind of want to do that?
So we want to share everything as far as every part of our life with people on there. I mean, as far as the ag side of it. And we share our faith a lot with people. We do a capsule sermon every Sunday. We did Advent, 25 days of Advent this year. But we just really want to show people what's going on in their communities. A lot of people are 3 or 4 generations removed from a farm or a ranch, and they don't understand. They think it's cruel that these cattle might be out there in this cold weather, but they're built for it. I mean, these suckers here weigh, 1,400 pounds. They got a thick coat of fat on them. They loved it when it got cold. They ate better. They started moving better. So we just really try to educate people because we want people to know where their food and their fiber comes from. We want them to have a face with the people that produce their food and their fiber to let them know that, hey, when it's cold at your house and you're all bundled up and you don't want to go outside for 2 or 3 days, farmers and ranchers are still going outside 2 or 3 times a day to bust water troughs and make sure everything's fed and watered and taken care of. And society has changed to farmers and ranchers over the last 15 or 20 years, and we're trying to change that. We want people to see that, hey, we love our animals as almost like their family, but they are, even though they're a food source for us, we've still got to take care of them to the very best of our abilities. So
And you know, um, you know, your videos and stuff, it's helping people out. Like in your case, you are a first generation farmer, so you might have not known everything when you were starting out, right?
Right.
You want to help those people out, correct?
Correct. That's one thing we get lots of people asking about. How do I get started in this? So we try to help them in that way. And there are lots of homesteaders that are getting started. Since COVID hit and all that. They're wanting to grow their own chickens, their own pigs, and stuff like that. And just knowing how what things to do. Like how do you fix a water gap? How do why are you feeding whole corn to these steers? I thought that would kill them. Just things that people don't really always understand. We try to help where we can there. Not that we know everything. By far we don't. We're always learning and figuring out new things. But we want to share what knowledge we have with other people because that's the only way you can learn.
Absolutely. And is kind of the educational portion of agriculture why you got involved with it to begin with?
We've been heavily involved with Texas Farm Bureau for the last, I'd probably say 10, 12 years through their young farmer and rancher program. And part of that, our goal through that young farmer and rancher program is to advocate for agriculture and let people know we're the voice of Texas agriculture. We want people to know what's going on in Texas agriculture. So from their help helping us get started in learning how to do that effectively, we want people to know that we're here for them, and we're not against them. So.
Absolutely. So that's all the questions I have for you. Anything else you want to add at all?
Erica, you want to get in here and do something?
No.
Say keep ranching.
Yeah, keep ranching.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Be sure you put that in there because that's our tagline on everything. Is keep ranching.
I like that.
You had to tell Dad to say his own tagline?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Here, you want this?
So you were successful in getting a cat walking down the top of the fence.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, the cat
Do you
is
want to say a few things?
photo
Okay.
bombing. I'll be in my normal habitat.
Where's that?
Holding the camera.
Behind the scenes?
Can I get you to kind of just like pretend like you're like kind of like filming a video right now?
Yeah.
I know you were.
Okay. So as y'all can see, these steers, y'all been following along with us for a couple of months now since we started back in August when these steers went on feed. So at the end of this week, probably right after the first of the year, we're going to have our final weigh in, and then we're going to give you guys a chance to work out the book that Clancy's going to work through all the programs, all the equations and everything to see what they gained, what their average daily gain was, what their feed conversion was, what their cost of gain, their profit and loss, all that kind of stuff. We're going to put that on there for you guys to go through and see what he as a 14-year-old will have to do, and then what he'll memorize. So when he takes a quiz on these steers and when he interviews on them, he'll have to know all of those different figures. So thank y'all for joining us, and keep ranching.
Very cool.
You're
You
yawning.
could actually post that.
You're always yawning. All right, feed your animals. What are you looking for? It's fine.
Spilling stuff.
Your ears cold?
We're gonna try to drive through the pasture and see if we can get some.
That'd be good. Yeah.
The puppies didn't eat all their food.
Well, like I said, we just buy and sell, we don't keep anything on hand all the time, so right now, we've got these 6 steers right here. And we look at the.
Fierce little puppies. Seaball. Seaball. Is this a boy or a girl? This mean one. Is that a boy or a girl? It's been barking at me this whole time. He just ran into his ride. Did you not know that was back there? What a weirdo. Why did he do that?
He's so dumb.
I can't believe he did that. Go slow back so we can see what he did there. Where are you going? Oh yeah, there's a dent. Huh? Was it big? No, but there wasn't a dent before, so. Cody, how much cough medicine have you taken today?
Apparently too much to realize there's a car parked behind me. I believe Alex parked his car up.
What? Tell me the story of what just happened. Keep in mind that the reporter may see this video.
He parked his car too close to my buggy.
It was literally right behind it. You had to see it when you got in your buggy.
Hey, I'm sick right now and my head don't turn that far. I don't have a rear view mirror. I guess that's the next accessory I need to add to my...
Dear Can-Am, we need a rear view mirror because Cody couldn't see 5 foot behind him and backed into the reporter's vehicle.
It just scratched a little bit. I put the little plastic deal back in for you.
He probably isn't going to air any of that.
Yeah, probably not. Y'all keep ranching. Pay more attention. Yeah, we got to do an interview with a reporter for a local news station here, local to us, and it was good. It was
Cody killed it.
His deal was about how we view social media to advocate for agriculture, and that was awesome. That's our goal when we started all this anyways, was to be there to kind of talk about ag and stuff like that and get it out there to the public to see who farmers and ranchers are and have a face to go with the products that they consume. So yeah, we had a good time.
It was cold though.
It was cold.
And then you backed into his vehicle.
And then I backed into his vehicle with my buggy. But my receiver hitch was all that hit his, so it's all right. Mine's all right.
Yours is all right. He has a scratch.
I told him if he saw something that he wanted fixed, just to let me know and we'd get it fixed. I know a guy that knows a guy. Y'all keep ranching.